Happy Star Wars is saved day. It is Geeks and Gamers Daily. We are here to praise the saving of Star Wars, and who else better to have than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. 75,000
Look at
subs
that.
in the house, Drunk 3PO.
It's so weird to how did you feel when you hit 75K? I know, like, listen, I'm not growing as fast as other people, but I still pretty happy that it
75, I don't remember 75. I remember 90. I remember 10. I remember 20. I remember 50. Don't remember 75, but I remember 90. And dude, I remember when I hit 10,000. All right. I hit
Yeah,
10,000.
10,000, I thought it was over. Like, that's the greatest thing ever.
I was like, I am PewDiePie. Get the fuck out of my way. I am the greatest YouTuber on the planet. Yeah, hitting 10,000 was that was huge for me. I was like, what is happening right now? It was pretty incredible. But 75 is a huge number. And I'm
Yeah, I'm
sure I was really
very
hyped about 75. I don't remember it right now. I don't remember hitting that number
it's like
right now.
25 more away.
Yeah.
It's just like it's right there in reach.
Yeah, I heard
So
that. I heard that.
maybe another year. We'll see.
I
We'll
see
see.
I see everyone scanning in. Hello, good morning to the
Nice.
199. Everybody's happy. We had a great Tuesday night's main event last night. And then we had a post gaming stream, which was a lot of fun. And of
Yeah, I
course,
was a little grumpy last night. I was a little sick. That's what
yeah.
medicine does to me. That's why I don't like taking medicine.
I typically do not I don't take medicine very often. I don't like it. I don't like taking any type of medicine. I don't like taking even simple stuff. I will occasionally, like if I have a really bad headache, or I will take like Dayquil and NyQuil. As a matter of fact, I woke up feeling like it's starting to, the sickness, I'm starting to catch something. So I did take a little bit of Dayquil to kind of offset that, but I really don't like taking medicine. It's just something
I don't
I
either.
actively
It
avoid.
alters me. I hate it. I get drowsy feeling like the wrong senses are like, I don't know. So sorry, Chad, if I was a little poopy last night, but
Jay gets like that. He gets like that.
I hate taking medicine. Yeah, I just hate it.
And yeah, I see you, Jester. The Racist Storms ruined the box office for Blue Beetle.
Yes,
I
Hillary.
can't believe it. I can't believe these Racist Storms did that to Blue Beetle. Oh man, so sad indeed. We almost got 1,000 people here already. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. A very busy day. I know you're going to yell at me, chat. I know. I'm working on figuring out Battlefront tonight. All right. The Trump Tucker interview is happening. I've got to do Cobra Cast. I'm working it out. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll figure something out. Even if I got to do Battlefront at midnight and it's just me, I don't know. We will see what happens. It's going to be a long, fun day, but we do have to talk about Star
Someone
Wars being saved in a minute.
someone someone in the chat said Jay's a mean drunk. All right, listen. The truth is the last time I had way too much to drink, it was 2 years ago at the Vegas meetup. And all I did was flirt with married women while I was live, and Krista had my cell phone, like she was holding the gimbal, and she just kind of let me. Oh man, I felt hard. I went back to that was an interesting year because we had a meetup on Tuesday and Thursday
Mm-hmm.
that year. Remember? And I went back Thursday, and I went back to everyone and said, "Hey man, I'm so sorry." And they were all like, "Nah, man, it was hilarious, bro. It was hilarious." I was like, I did not mean to do that. Like that was, yeah. So that to me was the last time I was like, now it's just like
I
no
don't
more,
I
not
don't
too
think
much alcohol for
yeah.
me anymore.
I don't think have I ever seen you drunk?
No, no, that was the last time I had, and it really wasn't my fault because everybody just kept handing me stuff.
You're
They're
drunk
like,
3PO,
yeah, I know. They're like, here, drink this, drink that. And
I
so I was
think
like,
there's this idea that you are kind of like always hammering back alcohol because your name
people think
is
I
drunk
smoke
3POs.
weed and everything. It's like, as a school teacher, like you weren't not allowed to do that stuff. So
Yeah.
I just say I was drunk on life, but that's where we are. But yeah, that was the last. That was like the last time I really. Every now and then it'll be like a casual sip of wine. So
Yeah. Yeah. Chat saying you could have just said no. You're like, it's not my fault. Everybody.
You know what? That was my first. That was like my first one of my first meetups where people knew my name.
Mm,
I was just so happy to be there. I
yeah.
how to act, and everybody was just like, "Have this. I bought this beer for you. I got this drink." And they just kept handing me and like it was such a cool it was such a cool day. Like I
Yeah.
thought that would ever happen to me in my life. So
And then the next time you showed up in a Corvette with some smoking hot chicken,
yeah, yeah,
you were that
yeah.
big of a deal. You were that big of a deal.
Well, now I say no. So when people say, I was like, you guys probably don't even remember Marion Barry, the mayor of
I do.
Washington
I do.
D.C.
I do.
His slogan was "Just say no,
Yep.
comment." So that's what my
Yep. Yep.
so I say no. But yeah, anyway. Oh, listen, I gotta show you before we begin. Speaking of
Okay.
Star Wars, my friend that works at the Star Cruiser sent me a gift, and he said, "Happy birthday, Jay! You made more money on your YouTube channel than the Star Cruiser did." He sent me a model of the Galactic Star Cruiser. I don't know if this is gonna be worth
Uh,
money one day. I have no
hey,
idea. I was like, I would love to open it up and
that's
set it on
awesome.
my desk, but he was like, you might want to hold on to that because they're not gonna
There
make these
we
anymore. It could be like a gag gift like 10 years down the road. So I was like, thank you, man. That's perfect.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Galactic Star Cruiser, another Disney Star Wars failure. Thank you, Linko Kenobi, for those 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Dragon Dan. Hey, Jeremy, I was wondering if you could tell me your audience, you tell your audience not to spoil Ahsoka on Tuesday night's main event. There were light spoilers in the chat and one or two super chats. I mean, obviously, with the audience is kind of going to do what they want to do. I can't tell the audience not to do what they want to do. I would ask them to try to respect the fact that other people have seen it, but it's hard. On the internet, the worst thing you can do is tell an audience not to do something because they will do that exact thing. And so hopefully people won't spoil.
The other
But
problem is too is like we deal with trolls that come in that think it's funny to spoil it anyway. So
yeah,
or
yeah,
anything that we've done. That is the reason why, if you guys didn't know, like when ISOM 1 was dropped, Rippa didn't go live for what it was like 2 months because he didn't go live for a long period of time when the first ISOM because he was afraid that people would come in and spoil all that stuff. So
yeah, yeah. So, but sorry you got spoiled, man. I would say if you are really interested in a show or a movie and it's about to drop, I would say the worst thing you do is get on the internet on a live stream with, thousands of people watching, and you're just going to get spoiled at that point in time. So you just got to think a couple of steps ahead. But thank you. I appreciate it, Dragon Dan. Sierra Tan says, "Hail, Geeks and Gamers. Jay, are you part of Cobra Cast later today? Also, hi, Jeremy, too. I scanned into."
I have a live stream. Actually, I'm going over Ahsoka
Yeah.
with a top tier panel at 7. So we'll see. We'll see if I can hop over, but I definitely will probably have Cobra Cast on. Um, if
This could
however Jeremy decides to do that, because I like watching his commentary with
Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure the day out with that. I mean, I know I just talked to Rolo about coming on too. We've got to get Battlefront figured out. I'll talk to everybody and see. It's going to be a pretty busy day. I don't know how long the Trump interview is. Though that's supposed to drop right at the same time as the GOP debate, which is hilarious. But I will say, and no official date has been named, but I am talking to Salty about bringing him on at some point over the next few weeks. So,
woo, get ready.
yeah. But yes, Jay is will be a rotating member on Cobra Cast. I thought mine and Jay's episodes are great, man. So it's always awesome having Jay
I
on.
love being on Cobra Cast.
It's good stuff. Cole Hauser, white liberals think LeBron is the new MLK. Just love wearing Crocs, listening to Lynn's "Still My Sunshine," and I think Ahsoka is the greatest show on earth. Congrats, Jay. Love you guys. 199 Joe.
Thanks, G.I. Joe. Thank you, man.
I remember that "Still My Sunshine" song. That was like the biggest song of the summer. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Ahsoka. I will say, I watched like the first maybe 10 minutes of it.
What's up, D?
And as soon as I saw the first 10 minutes, because they were playing it here at HQ, and I fucking was like, I'm done. I can't take it. I can't take it. Every fucking woman is like the most. Who's these light? Everybody's got a fucking lightsaber. Everybody's force sensitive, and everything's about a fucking woman. I was like, I'm done. I can't do it. Like, it's so dumb. And it's just first 10 minutes. Like, it's just like, I don't know who this woman was that was so important. And then this other chick shows up with a lightsaber, and she's like the most badass person I've ever seen. And I'm like, I am done. I am
I
done.
just someone will have to explain this to me, because I did get to see it, because I had to wait on I had to wait like maybe a few hours after it premiered. Then it was available for my viewing. So the timeline, like, I don't understand the timeline. It's like is not Luke, Han, and Leia in this timeline? Like, the Empire's gone, and the New Republic is there. So where the heck is, if what they're after and what they're trying to do, if they got to stop Thrawn to prevent a war, would they not want to talk to Luke, Han, and Leia, who just blew up the Death Star?
It makes
Nikki
no
in the
sense.
chat says it takes place at the same time as Mando season 3. It's dumb. Okay, so yeah, so they are still alive. They're out there. Like, why would you not want to go and, like, hey, Luke, I know you blew up the Death Star and killed your father and all that stuff, but we got a new threat out there. You want to give us a hand?
Yeah, it's kind of runs into like it's kind of runs into like, you remember how when you would watch after the Avengers, you would watch like a Marvel movie and you're like, oh, wait a minute, if the threat's that serious, why doesn't
Yeah.
Cap just call Tony, or you know what
Yeah.
I mean, or something like that? Which you can still kind of understand it though. You're like, okay, they still have to tell their isolated stories, and we know that those people are still in the universe. We know that like Luke is in this universe, because it's all one,
Right.
story, but they don't intertwine him in the most important elements of their stories, and it doesn't make any sense because they're
Yeah.
all fighting the same battles. It Again, this is the problem. I liked, obviously, I'm a Clone Wars fan, and I liked Rebels. I enjoyed Rebels. And I like the end of Rebels as too. I thought that the end of Rebels was really good, and it set up for a really cool story, but it's like I especially after what happened with Gina Carano, and just seeing everything that's happened since that moment, and the forces female bullshit and all of that. Again, I have to say this because I always have to preface what I say, because fucking people with pronouns in their bio love to clip everything that we say and make it sound like we're the most horrible people in the world. Clearly, I liked Rebels. Clearly, I don't have a problem with women characters. Clearly, I'm a fan of Ahsoka. I am not a fan of forced diversity and agenda-driven storytelling. And it's clear at this point in time that Lucasfilm is going out of their way in the writer's room or in the story group room to say, we need women to be prominent in our shows, and we need women prominent in Ahsoka. And it's like, yes, she's the lead character. Yes, you already have that, but they're going out of their way to make sure women are the most prominent people. And at that point
Well,
in time,
Jeremy,
I'm
let me
done.
correct you. And if you don't want any spoilers, you might want to leave now.
There's
There
your
was a guy
warning.
in charge in the first 5 minutes of the show. And
Oh, I already
miraculously,
know. Yeah, I know. I
he
saw
takes a
that.
lightsaber through the
Yes.
chest and dies. But
Yes.
when the woman takes a lightsaber, when she gets shot through with a lightsaber, she's okay in the next 10 minutes.
I'm sorry. That whole thing, like, again, so I watched like the first 10 minutes. I felt that it was symbolic. Like, you had a gray-haired white man who was in charge. He also was a little arrogant, and he could barely
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
walk. The old arrogant white man who could barely walk gives leadership to the diversity female as he steps away, and I'm like, this is literally what they think the world should be. And at
Yeah.
that point in time, like I'm not watching this show. I didn't even sit down to watch it. It was on. I was like, are you guys really watching this? So I was like, let me see what the beginning is like. And as soon as I saw the old white man who could barely fucking walk with his arrogant way, like, oh, I'm gonna go do this. You're in charge, diversity female. And he's just barely fucking walking. Did you notice how he could barely walk? And I was like, this is
Might have been somebody's
ridiculous.
cousin that they're like, yeah, go get Tom over there. He's almost dead.
Yeah,
Put him in the show.
I can't do it. Gremlin just dropped 50 gifted memberships, by the way.
Hey,
Woo! Look at that. Look at those memberships flying. We're already up to 55 new members. Can we hit 100 before the show's up? Time will tell. But yeah, so that was my take on it. So, okay, so Jay, you saw the whole episode. I know you're going to do your Ahsoka recap
yeah,
show tonight.
I think the
overall thoughts on it.
I was just bored. The biggest takeaway was the reason why the episode 1 was like an hour was because like they can't even get through their dialogue. It's like it's super slow. It's like, hey, Ahsoka. Then they go to the next character. Yes. We need to find the map. That we do. Should you request help? It's like that's exactly what happened. It takes forever to get through like dialogue and they just stare at each other. It's very the editing was pretty bad.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what's crazy about it. So if you like one of the things that makes the Clone Wars, I think, so entertaining is it just starts and it moves lightning fast. Like in a 22-minute episode, they will cover so much ground in a Clone Wars episode. And it starts out with, that announcer, and he kind of just brings you into the world, and it just jumps right in. And it goes lightning fast, and it's jumping all over the place. And these live actions, like even Mandalorian had that same problem too of being slow, boring,
right.
and nothing would actually happen.
They and what's really sad is it's like, yeah, when you watch like Rebel, man, even when you watch like the prequels, and I will even say this, even when you watch the sequels, the lightsaber duels are moved like faster. Here it's like Rosario Dawson, like yeah, I guess she did the best she could, but like even the lightsaber duels are really slow. So it looks like the other characters have to slow down to match her speed with the lightsaber. And they had one scene that was they tried to like there's one scene, Jeremy, that you probably didn't see, but that they tried to do the Darth. Remember when Darth Maul came out and he like ignited the double saber and everybody lost their freaking minds?
Yep.
They tried to do that in this.
I feel like there was a clip that was going around before the show released.
Yeah, and like the oh my gosh, the Inquisitor, she kills the robot and whatever, and then the Inquisitor like stands back and ignites the double blade, and it just looks like a little wet noodle. It just was like, this is so bad. It wasn't like, I guess they were trying to get that Darth Maul like, holy crap, look what's about to happen. And it falls really, really flat.
Well, I said it to myself. So like when I was watching the first few minutes, I truly I just don't care. Like I just don't care. I don't feel that I'm pulled into this universe and that I care about anything going on in the universe because you, Lucasfilm, you have destroyed all the stakes in this universe. You've destroyed all of the interest in it. And I understand that there are things going on in this universe right now that are they counter everything that you're doing, right? It just doesn't. I don't feel the stakes at all. I watched something like, honestly, I said this the other day, and it's been a long time, but I watched the first Transformers movie for the first time in forever. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I fucking love that movie. It's even better that now that I've watched it again. The first one is great. The only other good Transformers movie was Bumblebee. The rest of them are trash. But that first Transformers movie, like, I felt the weight of, like, you could feel it. Like, it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And oh my gosh, man, the way Optimus Prime, how he comes to Earth and how, he talks to Sam. It's just so good. And you are invested in what is going on in that movie in that particular moment. I am not invested in anything Star Wars. And I was watching it, and I guess that what's his name? The dude that died. What's his name in the show?
Oh, Ray
Yeah.
Stevenson.
Yeah, Ray Stevens. What's his character? I can't remember his character's name, but
He's
like he's sitting there walking down a hallway and he's deflecting all the blasters with his lightsaber, and I'm going, what the fuck are we doing? Who the fuck is this guy? And why is he so good?
yeah.
Like, where the fuck did you come from in this era? It doesn't make sense to me.
So here, this was posted by the official Star Wars. So I'll just show, like, this was their, I guess, wannabe Darth Maul scene right here. Like they were fighting. It's just like so little. It's like I guess they wanted that Darth Maul, like, oh no, here it comes, it's about to happen. Yeah, so that was, I'm like, man, that's your teaser trailer. Like, pretty bad.
Yeah,
Again, like the whole boat, like episode 2 was literally like people staring at each other and just talking. And it was about 2 women fighting with each other. Like, it was Ahsoka and Sabine, just like, she doesn't want me anymore. And Ahsoka's like, I don't think she wants to be with me anymore. And Sabine's like, I'm not going to train with her anymore. And it's just, all it was whining between the 2 of them.
Yep.
And you're just kind of like,
I saw people say, like, if Balin, he'd survive Order 66. And then another comment that I was about to say, did any Jedi die in Order 66?
Yes, only 66 Jedi died in Order 66.
Did anybody? Like, again, this is the give an inch, take a mile nonsense. Okay. So again, we are in a different time and in a different world than we were 5-10 years ago. We just are. Okay. Disney Star Wars represents social justice now. And what is it about social justice that you hate more than anything is that you give these freaks an inch and they will take a mile. Okay. So yeah, Ahsoka, obviously I like the character of Ahsoka. I love the Clone Wars. I liked Rebels, and I even liked her intertwining into that story. But the more she has gotten into this story and gotten into this era that she doesn't really need to be involved in, now it's turned into a world. Well, every fucking body survived Order 66 now. If there's 10 fucking million Jedi left, well, now we're just actively destroying Luke Skywalker and the original trilogy now.
I mean, Vader was bad at his job. I saw someone in the chat say that he didn't. He was supposed to hunt down and kill the rest of them. But yeah, Grogu. So like everything that Disney Star Wars has, Baby Yoda survived Order 66. Jar Jar Binks' Jedi guy, he survived Order 66. Reva was a child that survived Order 66. Ahsoka survived Order 66. All these other people that are showing up all survived. Like, that's their storyline. So it's like, it just takes away from the powerful element, that, I mean, even the video game, Kyle, is that his name? How you say his name? He survived Order 66.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's like their whole thing now. It's like, well, we'll just have him survive Order 66.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, in a Jedi Survivor, that's another one too. Like with Cal Kestis, it's like he's a cool character, unnecessary and overreached, and it makes no sense that he is there. And we're just at a point now where none of it matters anymore. And that's what my whole point being is that I don't even enjoy cool characters anymore that you've intertwined in this, because you have ruined so much of it. Because I know a lot of people love Cal Kestis, and that's fine. I mean, again, me being a fan of Ahsoka, in her story in Clone Wars and even in Rebels, none of that changes. None of that changes. Like, I still like those stories. I just don't care for what they're doing moving forward. And
There's such an easier way that they could have done that. Like, of course, there will definitely be a lot of people that are probably force sensitive. And yeah, if they had like maybe one person, one or two people that survived, like because you could say Obi-Wan Kenobi did put the transmission, so other people went into hiding. There's no reason why a Jedi out there could have like found some others and just began to like start training a small little army of force sensitive people. That could have been the story there, but just having everybody survive and just making it like that's such lazy writing. It's just an easy fix. It's like, well, we'll have a Jedi already, ready to go, and they're like, well, how? Well, we'll just let them survive. No
mhm,
big deal. And it's just like they constantly go back to this well over and over and over again. So,
yep.
at this point, I mean, look, we're talking about the same people who somehow Palpatine has returned. That was how they talked. That's how they put it in the movie, a blockbuster movie. That's how they told us how it happened. They had Poe say, "Hey guys, somehow Palpatine has returned." Um, that was a line in the film, and it's like that is such lazy writing. It's just I don't know.
It's over. It's done. There's no point. Oh my god, it's so fucking bad. Let me read some super chats real quick.
Yeah,
The Rings of Power for Life. $20. Hail one wine. Trump supporters caused Hurricane Hillary to keep the brown man down,
yeah.
but their allies will stand with them to the end, just not at the movie theater. It's rainy and Beatles are gross. Viva la Mexico. Thank you. Rings of Power for Life. Linko can over 20. Hey guys, I finished watching the Ahsoka show. And to me, it was good, slow, but good. But I'm a little concerned about how Ahsoka and Hera performed. But I got upset with this certain scene they pulled. Trump 2024. Thank you, Linko Kenobi. I mean, like for me, I said like I think I will probably like in the long run, I think that I would probably enjoy the Ahsoka series for the most part. But I don't know, man. After watching the first 10 minutes, I'm not sure that's actually the case anymore. I think I probably will end up hating this show and I'm not going to watch it, but
There's
uh,
just it's really sad because there are amazing stories that were already written. They didn't have to even do homework. They were already written. It's just right there. You could have just went to any Barnes and Nobles and taken one off the shelf and say, "Let's just do that." It's very easy.
yep.
But they decided, nah.
Neanderthal for 20 says, Jay, you sexy beast, as he coughs.
Yeah, and the worst part of a cold is like when you're over it, but like the effects are still there. So it's like I'm
Like,
still coughing and like my voice is still screwed up, but
yeah.
I feel fine. But thank you for the compliment. My face is still a little swollen. It's like a
Stephen was
tomato
it
up
with
here.
20s. It sounds like Ahsoka's going the John Wick 4 route of characters getting otherwise lethal injuries and surviving. The D plus ad reaction has the usual, they just hate everything and they just mine for hate clicks. NPC reactions. Yeah, I mean, it is yeah, I mean, I've said recently I've said like, hey, if you look beyond Marvel and Star Wars and DC, there's actually like a lot. I think there's some pretty good entertainment out there. You know what I mean? I think there's some pretty good movies out there.
100%.
I
And
think
I
there's
think
some, and so you just got to look beyond that. Go ahead.
no, I didn't mean to cut you.
No,
Sorry,
you're
but
good.
you're 100% correct. It's like people are starting to dig, into the back of the folder, and they're finding shows and stuff that are out there, and they're just like, "Hey, man, y'all need to watch this. This is pretty good." That are coming to the front. Someone in the chat says, "Money, Jay. It's all about money. They don't want to pay the creators, the author of the books." Yeah, but the way it's going now, they probably would have made more if they would have paid these creators of the EU than what's happening now. The decision making for Lucasfilm, and like I'm not even talking about all of Disney. the decision making for Lucasfilm, that is one of the dumbest parts of Disney I have ever seen ever. I mean, from theme parks on, it is some of the dumbest decision making ever. They refuse to put Ahsoka, Mandalorian, Baby Yoda into their theme parks because they didn't want to break a timeline that absolutely nobody cared about. Like, how do you do that to a theme park of all things?
I know.
They decided to invest $750 million in a hotel and just keep it with Rey and Kylo Ren, two characters if that nobody even talks about or cares about anymore.
Nope.
And we all called it from day one. This is gonna bomb. And then you want to charge $5,000, for people to go there. It's like, who makes these decisions? And now it's like they're spending 250 million per Disney Plus episode. They'd spent that on the Rogue One, the series. They spent 150 million on Mando, which is it. And then I don't know what they spent here on Ahsoka. Some of the cinematography is it's kind of cool looking, but it's like, how is that even making you guys money? It just doesn't make any sense. Nobody's buying Star Wars merch like they did. I think Baby Yoda was the last big thing that people went out and bought, and that was several years ago. Even now, like you don't see commercials for Star Wars merch or anything like that.
You know what?
So
I mean,
I don't know what's going on with this stupid
GI
company.
Joe still sells better. GI Joes are selling better than Star Wars toys in like your local retail stores.
And they don't have any movies or shows out right now or
Yeah.
anything.
I think you go in there, the shelves are full of Star Wars stuff. Snake Eyes don't last on the shelves. Storm Shadow don't last on the shelves. Now you can make an argument that there's maybe not as much supply out there for Joes. Look, man, the crowdfunding campaign. How'd Reva do? How'd Reva do? Okay, GI Joe toys are blowing through all of their goals, and Reva couldn't even match her. Now again, that's not to say if you put some legitimate Star Wars thing up there that people would go out of their way to probably support it, but Reva failed.
Well, the crazy thing is when you look at the High Republic series of books, when my book is outselling some of their Star Wars books, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like before, you could slap the Star Wars name on a book. I mean, even coloring books, and it would sell. Now like they're barely crossing 2,000 sales on these High Republic series, and Star Wars is coming out on their socials saying these are some of the greatest things ever. It's like, that is a joke, man. You can't even get 2,000 sales on a Star Wars book. It's quite embarrassing. And so it's like, who is sitting back making these decisions for Lucasfilm? They've had failure after failure. Like we talked about this before. Willow, they socked in a lot of money in Willow, and Bob Iger just was like, let's just take this off completely. It sucks. So off it goes. Mando season 3 lost them 300,000 subscribers in the middle of the season. And that's in America alone. It's like people are just like, I'm done. So it's like, it's I don't know, man. Like the decision making is just so horrific. You just wonder what they're gonna do next. So
it is true. It is true. Grand Admiral Adam. Jeremy, are you going to get that 1/6 scale Destro that I sent you on Twitter, a link to? Bro, I saw it. So that, whew, it's nice. It's nice. It's also pretty pricey. What is it, like $150? I definitely want the that Destro. But I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty pricey, and I got money going out all over the place right now. But it's nice.
You know what we forgot to mention Tuesday with Krista being on the show is when me and Steph, Tom was with me, Melanie and Krista, when I was taking them through like resort hopping on Thursday. We bumped into a guy that was dressed like Anakin Skywalker, and he was heading to Galaxy's Edge.
Listen to this story, everybody. This is phenomenal. What he's about to tell you.
And
this
so
is insane.
We were like, because we were just resort hopping. It's a free thing you could do without spending any money to see stuff. But there was a guy dressed like Anakin Skywalker, and he was hopping on the bus with us, and he was heading to Galaxy's Edge. And I just asked him, I was like, what do you like? oh man, like what are you up to? He's like, oh, I'm getting ready to do the Star Cruiser again, and he's been on it 7 times, so spending thousands of dollars to go on the Galactic Star Cruiser for a 7th time. Doesn't live in the area, lives in New Jersey. And we, and we asked him, I was like, oh, what's your favorite? He goes, oh, Mandalorian's my favorite. He had a Mandalorian tattoo on his arm. And I was just like, we were just kind of making small talk. Like I said, well, our favorite character is Cara Dune. And he was like, yeah, Cara Dune's a good episode. And then Krista, I believe it was Krista, she was like, so do you like the prequels because you're dressed as Anakin? He said, I haven't watched any Star Wars movies. I haven't watched the original or the prequels. And we're like, are you excited for Ahsoka? And he's like, I'm probably not going to watch it. It's all about Mando for me. That's it. And Krista goes, well, you might want to watch the prequels because you're dressed as Anakin Skywalker, right? And he goes, why? He goes, because Anakin killed a bunch of kids in the prequels. And he goes, what? Are you serious? That's in Star Wars? Are you serious? He goes, are you joking right now? And we're like, I'm sitting there like, this is the Disney Star Wars fan. Like this is who they cater to. These people that have not watched anything George Lucas, that are just kind of stuck in this Disney Plus world and think it's some kind of role-playing universe. Like that's just all it is. Yeah, Steph's in the chat. She said it's true. And
yeah, the girls couldn't stop talking about this. He couldn't stop talking about this guy.
So he knew nothing. The guy was just like, I like Mandalorian, and that's where I'm at. I'm telling you, he had a real tattoo, and he was doing the Star Cruiser, and it was like that's all he knew about Star Wars. And he felt like the way he was talking was just like, oh, I thought it was like part of the theme parks. So Star Wars was a representation of what he saw at Disney World. And so it's like that's the fan that they, I guess, are catering to. The fact that the guy went to the Star Cruiser 7 times is, I don't know what he does for a living. But hey man, good on him. And I was like, are you sad that it's closing? And he goes, no, we all saw it coming because every time I'm there was nobody there. So he was like, he liked the fact that it was empty because he got more interaction with the characters. So pretty wild, man. Like pretty wild. So you have fans that are all in on the theme park aspect of Star Wars, but won't watch your shows, haven't seen the movies, so it's pretty wild. Like that was pretty telling. That was pretty telling.
Jesus. I'm depressed now. They're hearing it again. I'm just depressed because the
fact that he was just like, why would Anakin kill kids? It's like, why would Anakin do that? I saw Anakin with Obi-Wan in the Kenobi series. Why would he do this? How old is this dude? I think he said he was 23. And no, he wasn't overweight at all. He was actually quite thin. So,
yeesh.
But he was dressed as Anakin. He had a custom lightsaber and all that stuff. So pretty wild.
That's rough, man. That is rough. Axel says Melanie eats Corin from Smash Bros. The long way.
The long way.
Optimus Prime, that fucking picture. This is for Jay's first. That picture was really distracting of Gorlock. Holy crap, man, that was bad. Did you see the strike as forcing John Cena to come back to WWE? Looks like money is tight. Scan the 199. That's pretty funny. I personally can't stand John Cena as a wrestler. I'm not a fan at all. Coeli says, if I crave good Star Wars animations, I always go back to the Old Republic MMO cinematics. Those are still amazing to this day. How are you doing, Coeli? Appreciate that. Jason says, MI7 did female characters correctly, hold their own in a fight, but ultimately get their asses handed to them by a stronger man. Their flaws make them more likable because it feels authentic. I agree, and I'm still, man, Mission Impossible 7 just flopping like it did is so sad. It's so sad because it was so good. It was an excellent movie. Manny says, been a while, off subject. Have you seen the Tucker Carlson interview with retired Colonel. No, I haven't. McGregor. I know you guys were talking about this last night or on CobraCast last time. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. Also, how about a Lizzo versus Car
for old time's
sake? You know we got that one right here. Let me see if I can find it. Where the hell is it? Did we get rid of it? Nope.
Jam.
Damn!
One more time.
Damn!
There's so much to that clip, like to break down. Like, why is there like a classic phone ring?
Yeah.
Car, like,
what happened? What led to the point? Why was he recording this? Like, again, one more time.
Damn!
He says there she's gonna fall again.
So she's already fallen once. He knew she was gonna fall. He was recording it. There's a random phone ring. I need to know.
I know there's like so much with that clip.
Internet, do your job. Find out more about that. I need more information on this. I want to interview the guy that took.
Yeah, I want to
recording.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is. If this is staged, this is the greatest storytelling of all time. All right, one more time. There's no way this is staged.
Damn!
In no way that's staged, man.
Nah, she had all that weight going top speed for her, so it's just like crazy.
Oh man. It's such a good clip.
But anyway, like clip. Back to like I think if this is gonna be it just sounds like what we saw with Ahsoka is basically gonna be the standard for Star Wars now. Just kind of boring. Then I can only imagine or probably wonder why they haven't released a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Since the Rise of Skywalker, and apparently they're gonna let Dave Filoni do like a Mando movie, at least according to the rumors. That will be glorious for me. I'll definitely get to 100K. I wish the Rey movie was coming out next year. At this point, it is like I am full on grifting as much Star Wars as I can. They can't give me enough content as to how bad it's gotten. So
do it. Have fun with it.
I'm just laughing at it at this point. It's just like, yeah, I just don't get it. Like, you make a show and it's like who is like who's watching this and saying this is good? Or maybe like, why don't you edit this a little bit better? Why don't you direct it a little bit better? Like, why don't you do this? And I don't get it. And I do feel you feel bad for like the younger generation who are like watching this saying, that really what Star Wars is? Like, you guys really spend thousands of dollars on merchandise and video games and stuff for what this is? It's like, nah, it's not what it was. It's like that, like you said, I don't even know if this generation coming up will ever have an experience like we did with Endgame. You know, Endgame has a lot of problems. There was just something about that end scene where Captain America picks up the hand. You know what I mean? Like, my theater went freaking ballistically nuts, and I haven't been to a theater. I think Star Wars. I mean, the last Spider-Man movie was the fans in the theater were pretty excited when Andrew Garfield showed up. But
well, I mean, there was a ton of excitement for Mario. People were dressing up. There was a lot of enthusiasm. I know Barbie created a lot of excitement for fans. But
I'm just talking to like, yeah, there's no doubt
that
but it's
level.
like,
yeah, nothing on the level you're talking about, though.
Everybody was like, Endgame sucked. I get that, but there's that one scene where it's like on your left, and it was just like,
I liked Endgame.
Having everyone show up, I thought was like everybody was just freaking clapping like crazy. Like they were screaming in my theater like crazy.
I liked Endgame. I know that, like, you know, our audience probably generally hates it. I liked Endgame. You know, I found it to be pretty enjoyable. Wasn't as good as Infinity War, but I liked Endgame.
Yeah, so it just was a moment in cinema history that I don't even know if, you know, the younger audience will even experience something like that in the theater anymore, because they just keep pumping out crap. Like, what do you get excited for? Where you just like stand and cheer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Marvel's definitely not going to recapture that moment unless they literally take a pause and just kind of redo the whole, you know what I mean? Like just basically start over.
Well, yeah, I
Uh,
mean, like, I get the criticisms of Endgame and everything, and how it affected the overall universe. That's why I feel that should have been the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe right there. Should have been the end of it. Just reboot,
yeah,
restart.
they just squeeze those lemons for some
Mhm.
more lemonade and they just didn't work.
Mhm.
It just
So,
didn't work.
do a poll. I'd be interested to see what did you like Endgame? I feel like most people hated it. So, did
I saw it twice in the theater just because it was such a cool feeling to see people get all like excited when just that one scene, you know? Like that was like it was so cool.
yeah. All right, there's the poll. Polls up in the chat. So we'll see. I expect wow. Ooh, it's jumping all over the place. Right now it's 60% yes, but it's oof. I think so. I think we'll probably end up around 60s in the 60s for yes. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I
All
just
right.
consider it a great event. It was the ending of like what was it, 11 years of a continued Marvel story.
Yeah.
So that's what it was for me. It was the ending of like a continued Marvel story. Coming off one
Definitely
of the
on
greatest Marvel films ever, Infinity Wars.
Infinity War is phenomenal. It really is. Jay's Greasy Wheels just Jeremy, don't do the horns down when y'all play Texas. They'll cry and make you change your gender. Cool in Austin. Thank you. Let's see. Hello, Jay and Jeremy. Is Sports Wars going to cover the new humiliation of Logan Paul with expert opinions from Ryan, of course? Bro, I covered it a little bit on Cobra Cast. It's actually phenomenal to watch, like, Logan Paul just get he is getting crushed right now. And again, it's crazy because I talk about this. I hate Logan Paul, despise Logan Paul. He is a phenomenal professional wrestler. He is incredible in WWE. He really is. Dragon Dan, my bad. I meant to say ask, not tell. Poor wording. No worries, Dragon
Oh,
Dan.
you're
It's all
good,
good,
man.
brother. It's all good, brother. Did y'all notice the Downy Cat 2 laughing my ass
No,
off? No. What was that from?
didn't notice that.
A Scanner Darkly is Jeremy's favorite movie. um, what happened to Harris Kidd?
I have
Yeah,
no idea.
they probably don't even know that she had a kid. Let's see. Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic, Hail 199, and the Rebellion.
Hey,
Ahsoka is Filoni's fan fiction fetish.
this looks like it.
Um, Apparently the old guy's a former Jedi. Yeah, everybody's a fucking
Yeah,
Jedi.
everybody's a Jedi.
Everybody's a
Everybody
fucking
gets a
Jedi.
lightsaber.
Everybody's a Jedi. Everybody's force sensitive. Everybody knows how to fight with a lightsaber better than everybody in the original
And the one
trilogy.
person they should have freaking made a Jedi is Finn, and they didn't do it.
Yep, heard that.
Yeah.
Disco Cobra says not that I want to give this guy any more clout, but that Fousey tube guy from years ago is going full train wreck mode. Nah, he already been off the rails for years. He's showing up in everybody's feed. Yeah,
Oh.
apparently. So apparently did you see what he did?
Mm-mm.
So I'm not going to pretend I know a ton about this guy, but he is a master at staying relevant in the kind of interwebs news cycle. But apparently again, this is all apparent. Apparently he faked a hostage situation, called the
What?
police on stream to say he was being held against his will. Police showed up and no one was there. He pulled as a prank, so they arrested him. This all happened on stream. Yeah, this all happened on stream. Hang on, Keem was tweeting about it.
Oh my gosh.
Dude's a clown, bro. Let's see
And
right
he ended
here.
up getting seriously hurt or somebody else.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. Let me see if I can
These
find it.
people just they gotta top each event that they do. Like
Yeah, and this dude's like pathetic. This Fousey tube guy, he's really bad. Trying to see if I can find it. What's this guy? How do you spell this fucking guy's name?
I don't even keep up with
Yeah,
these people.
and let's see. Copy. Paste.
I don't keep up with these people.
Yeah, like it's wild. It's wild. Okay, so here it is right here. All right. So this is the Daily Loud. Right here. Popular streamer Fousey arrested by Miami police on live stream after he faked a hostage situation in his hotel room. Help, there's a gun to my head. So I guess this is where he did it.
Send the fucking cops. Send the cops. There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. The gun to my head. Help, get them. Help, bye. Ma'am, intercom.
You know what I think? I hate to be that guy.
My life is in danger.
What's up? Go ahead.
I think he should be locked away for a good minute.
Put
him in a real jail with real criminals, because what if, dear God, man, what if there's like the cops went to this idiot? What if there's like children being hurt somewhere and you're taking the police away from something serious that's happening?
Well, this is the mentality when we create a narrative that the police are not important. This is what happens when you have the 44th president of the United States of America, Barack Obama, who made a point to just get up there and disrespect the police officers over and over and over and over again. And now you've got a bunch of clowns that have absolutely no respect for authority or the police officers. And their whole thing is they can just get content out of it. You know, this is what happens. And
it's
that's insane.
We got to get somebody in here that locks down these people that are stealing from stores.
Trump.
Yeah, I get you. I hear you, but it's just like there's got to be consequences to actions, or it'll just constantly get worse.
Yeah,
we constantly see videos coming from California. It's like, I guess you could steal up to $800 and nothing happened to you. Like, why would they not want to steal if they know I can steal $800 worth and no one can touch me or do anything? It's like,
that is wild, man. That is wild. All right, the poll is ending now. 64% liked Endgame, 36 did not. So that's actually a little higher than I thought it would be. I thought it might be like 50-50. But yeah, I liked Endgame. I acknowledge its flaws, but I very much enjoyed Endgame. Very much did. All right, well, that's the latest on Fousey, though. And yeah, he's a clown, and what he did is just truly insane, man. Truly insane.
I know you have a lot of super chats, but lastly, are we going to are you going to publicly shame the weather, Jeremy, for holding back?
You know,
Beetle?
I for a long time have known that the weather is 100% racist.
That's what I thought.
Yes, it really is. Weather has always been racist. And I even remember, because I watch educational videos on YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
And so I remember PewDiePie reporting on Jennifer Lawrence. You know, Jennifer Lawrence, she definitely let us know about how the weather is racist. Remember this one right here?
Like it ended before, but no. Those hurricanes don't count, okay? Now this is Trump's fault. Everything is Trump's fault. These hurricanes, are you telling me hurricanes happening during hurricane seasons? It must be Donald Trump's fault. Jennifer Lawrence herself.
If you can get away with paying somebody less, then do it. You know, a lot of people just don't choose the moral high road and say, no, that's not fair. And I don't know, or you could go philosophical and say, why are we so afraid of women?
No, yeah, you got paid less because you have a shitty fucking agent. Jennifer, stop crying.
It's also scary to know it's been proven through science that human activity, that climate change is due to human activity.
Is that why you fly a private jet anywhere you go, Jennifer?
And we continue to
ignore
it.
Well, she's not lying there.
The only voice that we really have is through voting.
But the only thing we can do is to vote.
So and you have and we voted, and it was really startling. You know, you're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage, wrath.
So she blamed hurricanes. She said that the hurricanes were hitting because Mother Nature was mad because America voted for Trump. So now we've reached the point where now Blue Beetle has failed because Hurricane Hillary
Yeah.
has impacted Blue Beetle.
Well, Jeremy, they're just taking the same advice that Bob Iger took as to why, if you could share my screen, no one's showing up at the theme parks for Disney. I'm not concerned. It's just hot in Florida. You know, it's summertime. It's hot in Florida. It's always hot in Florida.
Oh man.
But yeah, you know, let's blame the weather for all our problems. The theme parks are doing terrible. Well, it's hot. Yeah, you built a theme park in Florida. It's gonna be hot. Blue Beetle bombed.
Yeah.
The weather's bad.
Yeah, like it's always oh my god, man. It's just unbelievable that we continue to find ourselves.
God, these people can never take an L, man. They can never come out and say, maybe we could do better. No, it's past the blame mentality. It's the original sin of the Bible. It's just past the blame. It's just so prideful and narcissistic of like, not my fault. Not my fault.
Yeah,
It's
not my fault.
your fault because you're white. It's your fault because you don't like women. It's the weather's fault. You know, it's hot in Florida. That's the fault. It's that they can never take an L, and it's really, and all they do is take L's constantly, and the rest of the world laughs at them. Imagine coming out, Jeremy, and making that statement. Jeremy, your latest video didn't do too well. Well, it was raining.
It was raining. Come on. You know?
Yeah, how dare you? Freaking raining over here. That's why my video didn't do well. Forget y'all.
Oh man.
It's like we would laugh at you.
Yeah. What a world we live in. Gremlin for 20. The only way Star Wars would bring me back is if we get a good actor to play a young Luke and he wakes up in a pool of sweat saying there's a serious disservice in the Force and it starts after 6. Yep. And that ain't happening, unfortunately. That ain't happening.
Yeah, they would just need like a new leadership.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, 100%. Let's see. Disco Cobra 450.
Hey.
The first 23 Marvel movies leading up to the climax with Endgame was the best Marvel we could have ever hoped for. Majority of the movies worked well and had well-rounded plots, characters. I saw Infinity War 3 times in theaters. Cultural event for sure. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I was never the biggest fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but if you look back on it, like I enjoyed the big event parts of it. So like Avengers, Age of Ultron was fine. I love the Guardians movies, Civil War, but Infinity War was peak for me. And then I did like Endgame, and
I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again.
No.
Like 10 years of, you know, except for the Hulk, I think they kept literally all the same actors. So that just played a long story. That was pretty, you know, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but people love different aspects, and that was the beautiful thing about that. People love different aspects. There were people that really loved the Ant-Man movies. They didn't care for Thor or vice versa, and whatever. Like you said, like and then there was like then they put movies together where everybody was together. So it was like, okay, that was cool.
Yep. Hayden Wayne says add Blue Beetle to the Hillary body count. Oh, not that Hillary. Okay, false alarm. Let's see. Thundarius says headed back to Mayo Clinic today. 6-hour drive plus breaks. 2.5 days of scans, tests, and meetings. Recovery is going well. Hail the 199. Fuck cancer.
That's it, man.
Bro, chat. Throw Thundarius some love. Hey, man, keep us posted. We hope it continues to go well for you, man. We got your back. In the chat, we'll have your back as well. So show Thundarius some love. Let's get some prayer emojis.
That's it, man.
That's what's up.
You got this, bro.
That's what's up. Jeremy Simpson or Milrow? It's probably gonna be Jalen Milrow as the starting quarterback for Alabama. That's a sports question for all the normies out there that don't care. But I think Milrow's probably going to get the nod. I think. Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic. Lizzo is just a baby. Hut like Grogu is to Yoda. Holy shit. Let's see. Jace Greasy Wiggler. Jay, how'd you get Melanie to spit on you?
I try to feed her salad.
That's a hell of
Keep that stuff away from her. She tweeted out of me eating a salad and she put the gay flag above my photo.
Cole Houses says you can blame Destro's weather dominator
Yeah,
for
that's
Blue
it.
Beetle demise. Hail Cobra 199.
I love Cole Hauser and his G.I. Joe lore. It's
dude, it's
sick. I love
Cole
it.
Hauser posts all. He's got all of his he's posting all his collection on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
Man. So Taryn the Black says talking about good shows. I'm enjoying some of the Max shows I've missed. Tokyo Vice and Winning Time are legit good. Yeah, like I said, man, I think there's some good stuff out there. I still need to finish Twisted Metal. The first 3 episodes are really good, and I did hear there's like a weird gay episode for no reason. I haven't gotten to that one yet. So
I guess
we'll
they
see how
just
that
wanted
goes.
that special money.
Yep.
Just in case the show bombed.
Chris Coran says the HasLab Ghost Project is not getting the bump in backing that they expected from last night. It won't hit top tier in 14 days. Check out the numbers. Really? Okay, I'll check
What's
that
the
out.
Ghost Project?
So probably the ship. Let's see. HasLabs Ghost. Let's see. Is this the vintage collection? Is that what it is? I'm assuming it's the vintage collection.
Way to go, Chris. Not giving us the full information.
Let's see.
Blame Chris Coran, everyone. Boo this man.
Well, there's a Ghost collection that's already passed. Is there another one? Let's see. I'm looking right now. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I see, let me go here. All right, quit fucking asking me questions. Yeah, I mean, like right now, it's got the vintage collection Ghost is
like 12, almost 12,000 or 11,000 backers.
Yeah, and the target was 8,000. So, so it's obviously doing good. It's not doing as good as the Dragonfly, but well, look at that, man! Transformers. The Dragonfly is at 24,000 backers.
Wow.
Yo, Joe. Yeah, it looks like it's doing pretty good. If that's the one you're talking about, Chris. If that's the one you're talking about. Let me see. We got member message. How long till Lizzo and Rachel Zegler show up in Ahsoka? God. Ugh. Probably next episode.
Yeah.
So tired of them breaking canon and bringing everyone back. Star Wars is dead. Not worth watching till KK is gone and a true non-woke fan takes over. That's where I'm at with it, man. But it's also important to cover it. I'm glad there's a lot of people out there covering it. I can't. Only white male Jedi don't survive a lightsaber through the stomach.
Qui-Gon, you're the worst. Qui-Gon Jinn is now the worst Jedi in the history of Star Wars. The dude is a softie. He sucks. Took a lightsaber stab through the stomach and died in like 10 minutes. Who does that in Star Wars anymore? Reva took 2 stabs. All right. Sabine just took a stab. She was up in 10 seconds. All right. Qui-Gon Jinn, that's his new name.
Weak.
Very weak.
I'm so jaded by Disney shit clown wars. I wouldn't be surprised if Reva appears in the Ahsoka finale to save everyone from Thrawn.
Oh, please do. Oh,
I would love that. Matt says going to Nashville in September to celebrate not getting married on my wedding week. Is Star Wars saved yet, Jay? Psalms 1.
No, you know who else is weak is Han Solo. He took a lightsaber stab through the stomach and he just flopped over and dead.
Yeah, man.
All these women are taking 2 or 3 at a time. No problem.
Because the women are the best. And that's all that matters. Moron ship captain believed the I am a Jedi, trust me, bro, LOL, while carrying an important Imperial prisoner. Terrible, terrible writing. Yeah, it was bad. Linzer says scanning in to continue to shout out good Star Wars fanfic on YouTube as much as possible. The Prism Channel series is the most popular. What if the Prism
I've heard of
Channel? There we go. Mike has bad knees. Theo Vaughn recently had some good interviews with Flair and Hogan. You should check them out. I did see the one with Flair, and I saw some clips of Hogan. It was much better than the Nelk podcast with Hogan. Those guys know nothing about wrestling. Holy shit. They knew nothing about wrestling. But hey, they pulled the
bad.
big interviews. Optimus, that fucking picture. The sound at the end is a bus internal signal. Really? Is it? Cole Hauser, when they make Cobra Commander female, it's over. Yeah, I heard that. When Cap picked up the hammer, everyone cheered. 100%. It was massive. It was awesome. One of the dumbest things they did was continuing the MCU. They should have hard reset after Endgame and began MCU 2 in the 60s with Fantastic Four and X-Men. That would have been phenomenal.
That's a great idea.
That's an excellent idea.
Exactly done that. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. Casting for Ahsoka is very good based on Rebels. Hera, I don't like the cat. And again, I didn't watch the whole episode. I watched like the first 10 minutes, but I don't like Hera. Sabine seems okay. I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I have from day one.
Bro, why is this still up on the website?
What?
Why is this still up on the website? Not funded.
Good job, Reva.
Only 1,400 backers.
Oof.
Jeez.
Oof.
Bro, you want to know what's this is how bad Lucasfilm is. This lightsaber came out. Star Wars has like 3.5 million subscribers on YouTube, millions on social media, Twitter, Instagram, all over. They pumped this thing on their socials. They wrote articles about it. They posted it on their Twitter. They did videos of it on their YouTube channel. And millions of people had the opportunity to see this ad, and it could only get 1,400 people. That is, golly. I don't know why it's still up on the website. They should have taken it down. Pretty funny.
It's really funny. Jay's milkshake brought me to the
yard
for
$1.
Blue Beetle box office didn't kill or didn't.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Pretty sure Filoni is the lost Wachowski sister. Jay's channel is under attack by Hillary.
Yeah.
Everyone, even if they reset Star Wars, Harrison Ford probably would ask, "Please kill my character again." LOL. Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Actually, modern Star Wars is realistic. Women are more than used to taking 2 or 3 at a time. Did you guys hear Fry Festival is back and sold out?
I did not.
I did not, but it's already sold out. That's good, I guess, right? Crunchy Beaver says, in defense of female characters in Disney Star Wars, let's see.
Star Wars.
Sorry, whores. I'm sorry. They're used to getting stabbed by long shafts.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys are a trip. Vault 95 Survivor on Rumble. If Beardo loses a substantial bet, he should have to dye his beard like Jack Murphy's and can only let the color return to normal naturally.
I wouldn't wish that on my good friend.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's a
right
rough
there.
one, man.
That's rough. All right. So, what am I getting clipped on? You guys are gonna get clipped. Haha. What did we say?
Probably me saying Qui-Gon Jinn is the worst. They'll be like, these guys hate Star Wars.
Talking is hard, man. Talking's hard. But anyway, okay. So we got
big
a really
day today, man. Big
a
day
lot
for you
going on.
today.
All right. So you have a stream tonight at 7
p.m. Yeah, gonna do Ahsoka. I got a
who else
panel
gonna be
list of
there?
people. You mean the movies? Nikki, X-Wing, Melanie Mac might show up, and we'll see if Rolo. They all want to talk Ahsoka, so
Okay.
it's gonna be a cool panel.
All right.
Just for an hour, and then you got Cobra Cast, man. You got to get over to Cobra Cast.
Yeah, 9
Honestly,
p.m.
you gotta do it, man. It's a once in a life. You know, it's not like this stuff happens every other Wednesday. So
I'm trying to figure out how to pull Battlefront off tonight. I don't know how I'm going to pull it off. It may just be a really late Battlefront tonight. So I'll let you guys know. I love playing Battlefront, and I would like to. So even if it's like a midnight Battlefront Eastern time, that's just what's going to have to be. So I'll keep you guys posted. So Cobra Cast tonight, reacting to the Trump Tucker interview. And
He said it's gonna be fire, and he's dropping names. Holy crap!
I will. I know. You guys are yelling at me about Battlefront, so I will get some out, even if it's a late one. It may be a late one. All right, but I'm gonna try my best. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for supporting this channel. You guys are the best, and I will never stop being thankful for having such a supportive community of people that believe in what we're doing and support what we're doing. So thank you all so much.
Yes,
Let's see.
best chat of all YouTube, hands down.
When does Tucker interview actually air? It's 9 Eastern is when Trump tweeted out that it's going to be being uploaded to Twitter. So 9 p.m. Eastern. And so I'll probably go live a little bit earlier than that. And we'll go from there. So thank you guys. Go over to Drunk 3PO's channel. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to my D-Day Cobra channel. You guys have a great day. And we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.